it's been quite a thrill ride for her this last year as well. I feel like last year at this event, it was a little bit of a coming out party where she had some great results coming from a wild card position as well. So I think the international interest in both of them is so high, and Miami being such a sort of a cultural melting pot with so many of the international so much of the international flavor here. I think we're going to need them to be on center court because they have so many fans worldwide.
A major decision has just been made ahead of the Miami Open, and it's already sending waves through the tennis world. Tournament director James Blake has confirmed that rising Filipino star Alex Eala will compete on the biggest stage of the event, the legendary center court. This move is about much more than simply giving Eala a prominent match slot. It's a strategic decision designed to turn the Miami Open into the center of the tennis world, attracting massive crowds and driving ticket demand thanks to the incredible momentum surrounding Eala. Blake's announcement reflects just how dramatically things have changed in a short period of time. Last year, when Eala first appeared at the tournament as a wildcard entry, there were still questions about how much attention she could generate. She was a promising young player, but the full scale of her impact hadn't been seen yet. Fast forward to today, and the situation is completely different. Eala has rapidly become one of the most talked about names in women's tennis. Her matches are drawing huge crowds, and fans from across the globe are following her journey closely. Recognizing this surge in popularity, James Blake decided it was time to give her the biggest platform available, putting her in the spotlight of Miami's most iconic tennis arena. Blake himself admitted that even he was surprised by the level of excitement Eala now generates. "When I first saw her last year, we weren't sure how big of an impact she would make," Blake explained. "But now it's clear that Alex is no longer just a rising star, she's becoming a true icon of the sport." With Eala set to take center stage in Miami, the tournament could once again become one of the most electric events on the calendar, and if the energy surrounding her recent matches is any indication, the atmosphere on center court could be something truly special.
It's well beyond anything I could have dreamed of at that age.
James Blake was genuinely amazed by the incredible number of fans turning up just to watch Alex Eala compete. The atmosphere surrounding her matches made it clear that something special was happening, and Blake understood that the Miami Open needed to embrace that momentum. Putting Eala on the tournament's biggest stage isn't simply a marketing strategy. It's also a recognition of her growing influence in the sport, her undeniable talent, and the powerful connection she has built with her fans. The Miami Open has always been one of the most prestigious tournaments on both the ATP and WTA calendars, regularly attracting the biggest names in tennis and passionate crowds from around the world. But with Eala now at the center of the spotlight, Blake believes this year's tournament could feel very different.
Bit of a coming out party where she had some great results coming from a wild card position as well. So I think the international interest in both of them is so high, and Miami being such a sort of a cultural melting pot with so many of the international so much of the international flavor here. I think we're going to need them to be on set.
The appeal of Alex Eala has gone far beyond traditional tennis audiences. James Blake quickly recognized that Miami, a city famous for its diverse and multicultural population, is the perfect stage for Eala to display her talent. Her fan base stretches far beyond the Philippines. From passionate supporters in Asia to growing crowds across Europe and North America, Eala's rapid rise has proven that her game and personality resonate with people around the world. Fans are willing to go to great lengths just to watch her play, standing in long lines for tickets and waiting hours for the chance to see their idol on court. That level of devotion has not gone unnoticed by the organizers of the Miami Open. Blake admitted that last year there were still some doubts about how much attention Eala could attract. As a wildcard entry, her drawing power was uncertain. But after witnessing her breakthrough performances and the passionate crowd she now brings, those doubts have completely disappeared. According to Blake, the Miami Open could even break revenue records this year because of the international attention surrounding Eala. The tournament's famous center court, normally reserved for the biggest stars in tennis, will now host one of the sport's most exciting young talents, but for Blake, the decision goes beyond ticket sales. It's about spotlighting a player who could become the face of the next generation of tennis. Eala's relentless work ethic, determination, and humility have earned her admiration not only from fans but also from fellow players on tour. Her rise has been nothing short of remarkable, and the Miami Open wants to help push her even further into the global spotlight. Blake's bold move also comes at a time when other tournaments are facing challenges. At Indian Wells Tennis Garden, tournament director Tommy Haas has reportedly struggled to maintain the same level of excitement after Eala's early exit from the event. The drop in ticket demand has even led to emergency ideas, including the possibility of exhibition matches involving Eala to help bring fans back into the stadium. That situation shows just how powerful Eala's impact has become in the tennis world. While Haas is trying to restore momentum at Indian Wells, Blake is moving quickly to ensure that the Miami Open remains the center of attention in the tennis calendar.
Confused about all the fans, or I'd say lack thereof of all the fans in Stadium 2 while Rybakina was playing. As you can see from videos and pictures, if we were to say that there are hundreds of people watching this match,
I mean, that's what you kind of want. You want that new atmosphere. Same for Eala, having all the Philippine fans from coming, to support her.
Fans are exactly what every sport hopes for: energy, passion, and a new atmosphere inside the stadium. And that is precisely what Alex Eala has brought to the game. Thousands of Filipino supporters have traveled across countries just to watch her compete, creating an atmosphere that feels electric every time she steps onto the court. However, not every organization immediately recognized the scale of her growing popularity. During the Australian Open, the WTA faced criticism after placing Eala on smaller courts instead of the main stage. Despite the massive demand from fans wanting to see her play, the decision frustrated many supporters. Long lines formed outside the courts, and countless fans were left waiting for hours with the hope of catching even a glimpse of their rising tennis star. Instead of slowing her momentum, the situation only strengthened the bond between Eala and her supporters. Fans became even more determined to show up and prove just how much they believed in her. What could have been a setback turned into a powerful moment of unity among her fan base. But by the time the tour arrived at the Indian Wells Open in 2026, Eala's star power was impossible to ignore. In her opening match, the demand for tickets exploded. Prices surged dramatically as fans rushed to secure seats inside the stadium. The result was historic ticket sales from a single match reportedly reached nearly $5 million, an extraordinary figure for a young player still rising through the rankings. Eala's success is more than just a story about talent. It represents the powerful connection she has built with her fans around the world. Their passion, loyalty, and unwavering support have turned her matches into must-watch events, and as her journey continues, one thing is becoming clear: the impact of Alex Eala on the tennis world is only just beginning.
The feedback from the fans, and then look ahead in the future and determine if we're going to continue that way, or if we maybe go back to the other way. So that's still to be seen.
Even fellow players are amazed by what Alex Eala has been able to accomplish in such a short time. One of the top stars on the Women's Tennis Association Tour, Jessica Pegula, recently spoke about her experience competing against Eala at the Miami Open. Pegula described the atmosphere in the stadium as absolutely incredible. According to her, the energy from the crowd was something she had rarely experienced before. She explained that the level of support Eala receives is truly unique, saying that no matter where Eala plays, the backing from her fans is on another level. Pegula emphasized that the crowd doesn't simply come to watch the match, they experience every moment alongside Eala, reacting to every point, every rally, and every emotion on the court. That kind of connection between a player and the fans is incredibly rare in tennis. And it's exactly that passionate support that has played a huge role in the rapid rise and explosive popularity of Alex Eala on the global tennis stage.
On the court, we saw it here, you can hear it from the hotel, you can hear the crowd roaring, especially at night, so it's incredible.
James Blake clearly understands that the popularity of Alex Eala is not just a temporary wave of attention, it has grown into a global phenomenon. Because of that, the Miami Open is ready to fully embrace the excitement surrounding her rise. Eala has shown an incredible ability to attract huge crowds and create an electric atmosphere wherever she plays. That kind of impact is rare in tennis, and Blake is determined to make sure the Miami Open becomes the center of that momentum. By placing her on the biggest stage of the tournament, he is not only recognizing her talent but also acknowledging the powerful connection she has built with fans around the world. This moment is bigger than just one player. It's also a major opportunity for the Miami Open to present itself as the place where the next great tennis superstar truly arrives. As the tournament begins, all eyes will be on Alex Eala as she steps onto center court, with fans eager to see how she performs under the brightest lights. Blake's decision could turn this year's Miami Open into one of the most memorable editions in recent history. If Eala continues her rise, This tournament might be remembered as the moment she officially established herself among the brightest young stars in tennis. For Blake and the Miami Open, putting Eala in the main arena is about much more than satisfying fan demand. It's about recognizing the magnitude of what she has already achieved and ensuring that the world gets to witness it on the grandest stage possible. The excitement surrounding Alex Eala is only continuing to grow, and with the Miami Open placing her at the center of the spotlight, this event could easily become a historic chapter in her journey. One thing is certain, her story is only just beginning. Now we want to hear from you. Do you agree with James Blake's decision to give Alex Eala the biggest stage at the Miami Open? Is this a smart move that reflects her growing global popularity, or is it happening a little too soon? What do you think about the difference between Miami's proactive approach and the challenges faced by events like Indian Wells Open? And finally, do you believe Alex Eala's rise signals the beginning of a new era in women's tennis, or is the hype getting ahead of reality?